Hello everyone! In today's video, I'm going to show you a Quickbase project management tutorial for beginners. Now this video will have everything you need to get started with Quickbase, especially if you're going to use it for project management. So without further ado, let's dive right into their website. So here is the dashboard of Quickbase project management, and basically this is what you get if you choose project management as your default template once you sign up for Quickbase. So let's try to check real quick their website here. So just type in Quickbase on your browser and you should be able to see this. And from here, you can start logging in or signing up for a free trial. So if you want to get a demo as well, you can check that out here. Just click on get a demo, and then they're going to ask for this. What kind of projects are you looking to manage? And then just answer it correctly so that you'll get a demo that's tailored to your business needs. And then how big is your team? And then here, just enter your details so you can get your demo. Now, if you want to jump right into the free trial, just click on start free trial. Then type in your details here and then follow the prompts. Quickbase will ask you a few questions to get your dashboard set up. So here again, we have the project management starter app. And before we dive right into what we can do on this dashboard, Quickbase is a low-code application development platform that allows teams to build custom project management solutions. Now, first, with understanding the basics of Quickbase, with applications, apps are the core of Quickbase. Each app contains tables and workflows tailored to your project needs. And again, since I went through the sign up process and chose Project Management Starter app, then I get a dashboard that's tailored to project management. Now for tables, you can store and organize data similar to a spreadsheet, and then relationships, you can link tables to manage data efficiently. For example, connecting tasks to projects or team members. Now for reports and dashboards, you can visualize data for better decision making. All right, so since we have a pre-built template here, let's try to look around first and explore what we have. So under the project manager home, since we're working with a free trial, the data that's presented here is basically what Quickbase has brought up for us. It's not actual existing data per se. So here under timelines, you can expand this widget, but you have these projects timeline for all the projects that you have currently listed. So here we have 4 or 5 rather, and then this column is for the project name, project manager, and you can see if a project manager is deactivated for whatever reason. And then here, actual start date, priority, status, end date, and whatnot. So the details for your projects list. Let's head back to our main dashboard. All right, so projects and tasks timeline, report shortcuts for completed projects, on hold projects, active projects right there. So here you also have an overview of the project's timeline and active projects list right here, as well as their status. You can check your open projects here, your open tasks and overdue tasks. And there's a quick graph here on the number of tasks and total hours allocated by project start date using a line and bar graph. You can also search for them manually here in case you have a lot of projects and tasks to go through. And here, tasks Kanban, you have a bunch of lists that are categorized in not started, in progress, issue, and completed. All right, so on the left hand side, we have users for anyone we need to register for our projects. Then here you can see them all. You can share app with a new user right here. You can also manage roles, manage groups. This will allow you to assign permissions. All right, so that's for users, and you can also export all users if you'd like. There's this plus icon. You can add a record for project and task. All right. And here, app settings. So anything you need to change within the basic structure, roles, tables, app properties, user interface, for pages and branding. And for advanced features, you have the connection central, app management, plugins, and variables. So let's try to check real quick what they have under plugins. It's basically like an integration as well. You have data analyzer, you have Gantt, and file manager. These are some of the plugins you can include or install, but it also, all right, so it doesn't have any pre-installed plugins right now, but these are your options if you'd like to. So let's head back to our app home and show you real quick how to add a new project. So let's start by clicking on this green button here, and then see how it looks like. All right, so here you have the project overview. Just put in your name, or the project name rather, and then the project condition is currently inactive since we're just setting it up, but this will change over time depending on what its actual status is, whether it's overdue or red for project overdue, yellow for task overdue, and green for on time. Then for project info here, you can assign the project manager, or you can also create a new app user. And then the status, you can change it here. And then priority, estimated end date, estimated start date. And once you fill in these details, these sections will be auto-populated. Add a description if you need to upload a file, do so here. And then down here you can also add tasks, I believe under this project that you're creating. So let's try to click add task and see. Before you can add a task, you must save this project first. All right, so once you've saved your details for the project, then you can start adding a task to it. So let's try to head back and see if it's the same process for directly adding a new task. So instead of new project, we're gonna straight up jump to new task. Now we're just gonna wait for this to load up, and all right, so we can actually assign this task into an existing project after we fill in the details. So the task name, again, condition, status, percentage completed, and date complete, task details. So you can assign this to a specific person or a contact or user, then number of hours allocated, and the project phase, whether it's in planning, development, design, testing, or deployment stage. There's also milestone. Use this to indicate a task that is noteworthy of deserving a special significance. For example, a phase of a project that has been completed that authorizes payment. All right, so if you want to include that, feel free to do so. Then priority, description, dates and notes if you want to add any. And once you're done with that, you can click save and have it assigned to the specific project that you wish it to be included in. Once that's done, just click save and you should be good to go with that task. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.